Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. High stars, High Spirit Beyond the Stars, Sandra Peterson, Betsy Warren, Shazamo, Craig Dixon, Run Unconditional Love Taro. Everyone, Craig Dixon, I hope everyone is well. Okay, I'm sure all of you heard that they released Fani Willis. Well, let me back off first. Let me do this first. I have some openings tomorrow, and I believe one or two this afternoon. If anyone would like a reading from me, I have some slots open. Feel free to text me or call me. And also, well, I can go back to my regular stuff now. I wanted to get that out of the way because I keep forgetting every day to do it at first. Oh, one more thing. That's what I almost forgot to tell you. I have it written in my journal. I almost forgot to mention. I may have to change the ad settings on my videos and maybe in the live settings. I don't know yet how it's going to work, but I will let everyone know when I change the settings so that you can let me know how what it's like when you're watching my live sessions. If it's annoying, I'm sure it's going to be annoying, but I don't know how it's going to behave. So that's why I'm going to ask for everyone's help to let me know if in the middle of the stream they interrupt it, insert a commercial or something. I don't know. So I want everyone to know, but I'm going to do my best, redouble my efforts to make it interesting so that you stick around after a commercial, depending on how long it is, but I'm sure you will be able to skip it as well. But like I said yesterday, or sometimes this past week, things are changing at YouTube, and it seems like if I don't go along with it, that's my impression. Okay, you get penalized because my views, how long you watch the videos, are up. The number of people watching the videos ticked up a little bit, but the pay is going down. So they don't have to push you to, ask you to turn it on. If your money is going down, well, let me put it to you this way, guys. 2 months ago, I'm on here almost, 6 days a week, okay? Sometimes twice. They sent me a check for $500. I'm just saying, okay? 500 and change. So that's to let you know when they're sending you a message, So that's why. In any event, when I say they send me a check for $500, for the ads that were posted in the videos. So anyway, that's why I'm going to play with it some more. I hope you understand, and I'm going to make sure I have to tie up my presentation and everything else so that you guys can stick around if they give you when they display those videos. Okay, having said that, where do I start? Okay, I'm being shown Trump first. Does anybody still think Trump is going to be able to get out from under the boatload of criminal investigation, civil investigations, being sued? That's never going to happen. And anyone who still thinks that Trump is going to be able to get away from all those things that he's done, you're dreaming. Because just right before I came, 1 minute before I came, I'm going to look at it and I'll tell you, I clicked on MSM just so I could see, the latest stuff. Let me see if it's still there. Okay. Trump is under investigation for a $3.3 billion, something like that. And I didn't have a chance to read the whole thing. There was no time. And what I got the minute I read it, Trump will never, at 77, 78. Okay, the reason why I'm looking that way, I'm looking at the screen, I'm skipping, I'm looking for the article that I saw before, but This time it's not there, but it's in here somewhere. I don't know if any of you have seen it this morning. It's all I can tell you. It's in Russ Story. Oh, maybe that's where I should go. I believe I have Russ Story here. Yes. Okay. But it feels like to me, Trump will never be able to get himself out from under the boatload of lawsuits of all kinds that are coming his way. That's number one. Number two, that was the first thing I wanted to mention. The second thing is, I told you guys, Elon Musk, okay, he's not going to have a nice ending. And I've seen it before, but we have so much to talk about, and for me to give you my intuitive impression about, there are certain things I don't bring up. Elon Musk took it upon himself to turn off, because as we know, the U.S. government has a contract with him, or there is some kind of deal between him and the U.S. government to provide Ukraine with communication stuff, okay? Ukraine had an opportunity to sink a whole Russian fleet. I don't know all the detail because I did not have a chance to read the whole article, but I can give you the gist of it. Elon Musk turned off the communication system, which left the Ukrainian military in the blind. They could not execute their plans. I was trying to figure out, because I'm seeing machine guns, airplanes, and stuff, so I was trying to figure out, okay, what do I say now? Sorry about that. But Elon, like I've told you guys in the past, he thinks, his couple of pennies went up to his head. He thinks he knows better than everyone else. I don't know exactly when, and I believe I mentioned that yesterday or the day before yesterday. He's on his way down. What I told you before, the end of Elon is going to be worse than Howard Hughes's end, because he's done some stuff that are pretty terrible, and he thinks he's right, and he's arrogant. He owns the world, he thinks. Watch what happens. I'm gonna stop talking about Elon for a while, because you guys probably have enough of me mentioning him. I don't like him. I think he's a big joke and a jerk, and he's stupid too. He's just lucky at making money. That's all. Okay, so watch what happens. And now we're gonna go to the juicy stuff. I'm sure all of you heard or have seen the letter that Fani Willis responded to Jim Jordan, and I feel like saying this is only the beginning if Jim Jordan pushes his luck. I told you guys, please somebody let me know if you remember I said it. Aris says totally gross. I don't know what you're talking about. But I hope it's not my statement about Elon. But does anybody know or remember I said Fani Willis was not going to play around? So I wasn't surprised when the way she answered Jim Jordan yesterday. And let me tell you one more thing. Just like we heard this morning, I said I don't see him behind bars yet, but she did not indict Graham because of other situation. Okay. But I feel like saying she will indict Jim Jordan if he pushes his luck. All Jim Jordan has to do is make the wrong move. I don't know how this works, but when I focus on Fani Willis, if any of those guys think that she's scared or they're going to threaten her into submission or something like that, and that includes Trump, they have something else coming. That's my prediction. And what I feel like saying, the letter she sent to Jim Jordan yesterday, there's a lady, she was she took over for Maddow on Channel 4, the Maddow slot for 4 days, okay? Wagner. She was on Wagner's show last night, I believe that's her name. And she was saying if she would not have responded to Jordan the way Fani Willis did, I disagree. Intuitively, I feel, and I think I'm right, American politics is very nice. People treat, with respect. They don't attack you personally. But Republicans are testing a new game, attacking you personally, try to destroy you, if you look at Twitter, they outright lie. Right now they have something about some con man on Twitter who's saying he had a gay relationship with Obama. These are the type of things that they are doing today. So I feel like saying Fani Willis approached this responding to Jim Jordan the right way. And I hope you guys remember I told you last week there are things about Fani Willis and people who support her, and I mean people of all races, it's not only black people. And they have tons of veterans. And Georgia, I've never seen, if the rest of Georgia is like where my sister used to live at, oh my God, veterans all over the place. So it feels like to me, these people support her, and in many ways, besides her knowing the law, she feels at peace with what she's doing, but also, besides the state providing security for her, her supporters of all races are keeping an eye out and ear to the ground. Anything moves. For anything that moves, and justice whoever tries it, will meet with Lady Justice. So if Jim Jordan thinks that he's going to threaten her or play the type of shenanigans that he did to Bragg, he's got something else coming. And I'm just saying, I'm just giving you guys intuitively what I can pick up from what's around Fani Willis. There are other things I don't know how to put it to you, but rest assured, Jim Jordan and Trump cannot scare her. And also, Trump supporters, most of them don't want to attack anybody. There are a couple of jerks running around, drinking beers and think they can, or they have those who have mental issues. Okay, but those two will make mistakes. But anyone who'd even think about attacking her, you're making a big mistake. That's intuitively, that's what I feel. And yes, she's safe. She's gonna come out of this looking good. Trump and his enablers are gonna suffer the consequences of trying to overthrow democracy. That's the way I am getting this. And Jordan was shocked when he got the letter. And yes, it scared him. Yes, he's going to reply. But that letter, when Jim Jordan got that letter, it gave them a lot to think about, because no one has ever told him, basically called him out, and basically telling him you are playing interference. It's Fani's way of letting Jordan know he crosses the line, she will take him on. This guy has no idea. I don't know. I'm sure some of you are lawyers or you know better than I do. But when I focus on her, he gave her an opportunity to nail him. She will. That's the way I'm getting this situation. And I feel, I mean, according to the news, since I don't know, I mean, I understand American politics, but I did not know that playing the type of leadership that Biden. I'm moving to the second subject. I'm sorry. Let me see if you guys have questions. I apologize. I am in the habit of doing that, but I'm going to stop, or try to stop anyway. Let me see if you have guys have any questions about what I was talking about before. Okay. Hutchinson. Oh, Hannah Webster is saying, I sure hope Cassidy Hutchinson is being kept safe and away from the Trump and lowlifes. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about any of these people, believe me. Okay. I don't see the Trump people succeeding at attacking and hurting anyone, because a lot of precautions is being taken behind the scenes, and there is a lot of monitoring as well. So, and like I've always said, it's the crazy guy, just like, although they should have known, that guy who killed those 3 black people in Jacksonville, you know, those type of people, the lone people, sick puppies who can, but I don't see that. Okay? And usually they make mistakes anyway. That's the other thing. And the people who are watching the high values, like Fani Willis and her family, Hutchinson and these people, they are being watched because, and this does not bode well for Trump at all. And you know, let me tell you guys, I saw something this morning. I'm simply going to repeat it because it's a sign to me of desperation. There is a fake psychic. I don't remember her name, but supposedly she calls herself prophet something. She's a Trump prophet. If you were to Google it, the Trump prophet, she will come up. I won't charge Erik a lot. If he were to call me for a reading, $1,000 an hour will do. But anyway, it seemed like she had a show, and Erik was on her show, and she was telling him that she told him God told her that all the indictments are going to fall away. Nothing is going to happen to his father and and his family. And I was cracking up, you know. He wasted his time listening to this garbage. To me, when people do these type of things, he knows that she's a charlatan. And you go to somebody like that and you took part in a show, and it's, well, I think it's a YouTube show. I don't know if it was on TV. That means you're pretty desperate. So that I thought I would share that with you. It's on Twitter anyway, if you want to look for it. Okay? I don't remember her name. It seems like she's married to a guy who used to play in a famous band. I don't know which one. I'm sorry, I can't give you, because I looked at her. I said, I sent her a tweet once. I said, if you would like, you know, let's do a reading together. But of course, she's not going to reply to me. Who am I? But I thought I'd try. But that was the extent of what I know about her. I think she's a charlatan, and I didn't bother. But you can find a video on Twitter. But the reason why I brought that up is to show you. I've been saying to you. I mean, it's really bad among the Trumps, because right now what Trump is doing, okay, he knows he's going with all the criminal stuff that's going on. He knows 99% chance he's going to prison when he gets convicted. Okay, it's not a matter of if, it's when. Okay, let me say this. His plan right now is to postpone everything, throw everything at anything that can cause delays with all those, people in the justice system who are prosecuting him and those who are suing him. That's the plan right now, to delay everything, throw anything and everything at them. Like he put the judge on notice yesterday. Instead of saying, I want to move my stuff to the federal government, he says, I'm thinking, he reserves the right to transfer his case from the state level to the federal level. So these are the things that he's doing, and he's going to wait last minute to do everything, the deadline. Alex Wagner, thank you very much, Charlie. Yes, Shelly, yes. But the thing is, Trump and his family are desperate. They know they're not holding a winning hand. So that's that's why I thought I would bring this up, and I didn't see any questions. So the next reference is Biden is at G20, and like I was saying earlier, I don't know how much credit presidents get when you make those, for leading America really on the world stage. And that's how it's a very good thing for this country. And that's what has contributed to peace around the world. We're not perfect. We mess up all the time. But at least there is a balance, okay? And it's because of the type of leadership that not only our president, but people in our government, their involvements with all types of government, their engagement and everything, that has been keeping the world more or less at peace. The other problem is, right now we have China and Russia who thinks they can bully us off the world stage. They are messing up so bad, it's not funny. They're not going to be present at the G20, but they won't be missed. In fact, it's an opportunity for Biden to shine even brighter. They don't know. Let's just like Putin. They said to Putin killed someone, right? They said, well, this is wrong, don't do that. Instead of saying, think about it, try to process it, and do something different, he doubles down, just like Republicans are doing right now. And they think they're going to win. No. Putin can't win, and after killing that many people, and not only Russians, and poor Ukrainians for no reason. So, but the point I'm trying to make is Biden is going to do very well. He's going to come out smelling like a rose. And Putin and Xi, I'm not going to say China, because when you have a dictator, you have to separate them from the rest. They're going to lose. That's my prediction. And Biden is going to come back. I feel he will get credit for a great for great meetings, because that's what's happening. That's my prediction. And yesterday, I mentioned it briefly. Let me see. Before I move on, let me see if there are any questions. Spirit Beyond the Stars says we are all going to find out that they are all connected to Russia, and they're all working for Russia. A lot of people here believe it or not, but they're going to live to regret it. That's my prediction. And Let's see. Veronica Stewart says the courts are tired of 45's delays. Yes. And some of them are expediting or throwing things out. Exactly. I agree with you. Okay. I think this is it. I'll move on. Thank you, everyone. Charlie C. Sage for reminding everyone to hit the thumbs up for me. That would help me a lot, everyone. Okay. Now, DeSantis. I don't know what this guy is thinking. But as we said sentiment, the day he declared that he wanted to become president, I told you, he doesn't have the temperament nor the brand, the way he treated that African American. That was an opportunity, if he was smart, to start changing things. But instead he doubled down, and the people, a lot of people in the room, okay, it feels like he was among his supporters. They started clapping, and you know how that goes. Once the leader, the people, and the audience, they start clapping, there's a very good chance the lone questioner, that's what the black gentleman was doing. I don't know his name. I meant to Google him today, but I haven't had a chance yet. I'm going to do it after I'm done here. But the thing is, to me, that would have been an opportunity for Ron DeSantis to at least change the perception that he's a racist and a jerk and he doesn't know what he's doing. And guess what? Instead, he insulted the guy, and the people in the room basically escorted him out. Okay. As he was saying, well, I don't have to listen to you. And there is one truth. Yeah. When you want to be the leader of this country, those things don't work. Because if any Americans think he's only going to do that to this black guy, I have a bridge to sell you. He'll do it to everybody. In fact, he's done it to everybody. And the people in the room who stood up and clapped, they're really stupid. They have no idea. You know, these people are so naive. People like DeSantis, I mean, they can see already what he's doing in Florida. If this guy was to make it to the presidency of this country, he would be worse than Trump. But my prediction is he sealed any chances he had of becoming president of this country yesterday, the way he treated that gentleman. He is done. I double down on it. Done. That's how dumb this guy is. He's not fit to even lead animals. Never mind even be governor of Florida. But if you look at the people, his supporters, they don't know better. And those who know better, they are simply taking advantage of the situation. They don't care. Just like people like Graham, who stood up and defended Trump. At first, he knew Trump was a snake. I think that's the way he put it. And after that, he joined because he doesn't care. If it's working for him, forget you. I don't see him in jail, but he's going to have legal issues. I told you guys that before. But those are the type of people, the Graham's type of people that DeSantis has around him. They don't care about anything else. You know, they are at proximity to power. They can make money, and they will do anything. If they said execute you for no reason, they won't say anything. They won't help you. Okay? But those people in the room, they have no idea what they were clapping for, and they did it on purpose to drown out that lone questioner. But that's okay. The damage they've caused to DeSantis is worse. His company is dead underwater. There's nothing he can do. That's my prediction. And even if he were to be able to win the nomination, he'll lose. I'm not saying it, but I'm just saying my prediction. That was the second reason why I would bring this up. Okay. How many of you are familiar with Denis Edwards? I didn't want to mention him this morning, really. And let me see if I have any questions. Senator Peterson says, Milu, I won't trust the death to walk my dog if I had one. Oh, no. If you notice, I didn't mention dogs at all. No way. Dogs and cats are too precious. Oh, my God, you guys. I saw a cat yesterday. You know, among the stray cats we have here, that cat is not a stray cat. But I was too afraid to go and grab it. Okay? That was the second time when I yesterday and the day before yesterday, I saw it, but a couple of kids, I told them that's not a stray cat. So they wanted to play with the cat, but I don't know the cat. I can't afford to get sick right now, but I was trying to figure out who to call, but I forgot there is a place down the street, but I have so much going on, I didn't. But the kids, it seemed like they were going to, try to take care of the cat. I couldn't believe it how friendly the cat was, and that was the second time. The cat didn't run away. All the others, they see me coming, they will go and keep their distance and watch me because I feed them. That one, that was the first time I saw that one. That was the day before yesterday. Oh, I said, and you can tell from the coat, the fur. Yeah, somebody just, I think, and to whatever I feel, somebody just left it. Somebody probably moved who used to live here and left the cat. That's what I feel, because a lot of people, as we know, all over the place, rent is going sky high. And I have never seen a place with a turnover as high as I see here. Well, it's not only here, I'm sure it's all over Florida. People come, they stay for a year, and they move on because that's the cost of living. So that's what I think happened. Somebody left the cat. But I felt so bad because oh my God. And I'm afraid. I didn't have gloves on, and right now I can't afford to be sick. So I was thinking about that. In any event, let me see how many of you are familiar with Denis Edwards. I'm sure all of you are. Let's see. Charlie C. Fire says he likes watching waterboarding at Gitmo. Sad excuse for a human. Yeah, this guy is really the pits. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey H. Shauna says, I remember you saying that Fani was not fooling around. No, she's not. If James Jordan threatens her again, oh yeah. If Jordan opens the door, she's going to indict him. She's not afraid. And Joel Tison says, oh, okay, he was 6 years active. I don't know. I know he was in the service, but I don't know for how long. And 9 years reserve. Well, that didn't serve him well or help him at all. Andrea McDonald Black says, do you think Graham flipped to avoid indictment? Not yet, but if he has to, he will, because seeing his name on that indictment this morning was a shocker. Graham knew. I'm surprised he crossed the line because I expect him. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking. Okay, but it feels like to me there's always been a line. Some of those guys, they know not to cross. And he has a line, I guess he misjudged the DAs, or he didn't even think about those DAs. All that was on his mind is, I'm going to do this, I'm going to reach this point, and I'm not going to cross it. But unfortunately for him, I think he miscalculated. That's what I think happened. I don't see him going to jail, but I would be shocked, you guys, the way I'm getting this. I said it before, so I'm going to stick with it. He's going to have major legal issues. When I said it, I did not know why. I knew he was going to, well, it's not only Graham. A whole bunch of people in the House are going to have legal issues. I said that a long time ago. So I'm going to stick with it. All right. How many people here are familiar with Andrea Black McDonald Black says, Denis Edwards replaced David Ruffin. Yes, as lead singers of The Temptations back in the days. Let me tell you guys, I love The Temptations. I was watching a video yesterday, and I knew when Denis Edward passed, but I saw one of his last performances in White Plains, New York. I saw the video. I didn't even know at the time he was in White Plains at the, I believe it's called the Cross County Theater or Cross County thing. It's in White Plains, right across from the Motor Vehicle Bureau, at least where the Motor Vehicle Bureau used to be when I was growing up in New Rochelle. I used to go there all the time for my license, my registration. The days when you had to go stand in line, oh God. Anyway, he was there. And I used to drive by there or walk by there from school too, when I went to Westchester Community. Yeah, before I got transferred to, and then I went local to Iona College. In any event, and I didn't want to, I've been thinking about talking about a couple of people, but this morning I woke up around 4:30, and he came to mind. Does anybody know about anything about those guys? When he popped up on my mind, what I was getting is peas, and I'm seeing him with a bowl that has peas in it. Does anybody understand the significance of peas with Black American culture or something? Does anybody know? Catman says, Milo, DeSantis doesn't think that's his problem or one of his problems. Oh yeah, I agree with you. You are 100% correct. But anyway, when Denis Edwards came up this morning on my mind, I saw probably Black Eyed Peas. Thank you very much, Roberta Gilberto. Does anybody know if he liked Black Eyed Peas or something? I saw the bowl, I got peas. I knew it was peas. It seemed like he likes it, okay? But that was my way of validating, because I love peas too, but I love, I forgot how they call it, but it's the red peas. That's my favorite peas. That's what we cook rice with in Haiti. So I grew up on that stuff. If my mom didn't have that red peas, kidney beans, I think they call it, I'm not happy. In any event, he said that he had a great life. Unfortunately, just like a lot of our performers, they don't know the way he was making me understand how you stray into taking drugs. First of all, it's a rough life. We see them, we love them, we watch them, we love their music and all that kind of stuff. But they still have lives, and the way they feel after they perform, before they perform, and all kinds of stuff that we are not aware of. All we see is the presentation. So he was trying to explain to me how easily somebody like a performer, and no one trained them. No one, just like, I didn't know how to be in a relationship when I was growing up. I knew I had to chase the girls. That's what I knew. So it's the same thing. Those guys, they became famous. They did not know how to handle the fame. And also, there was no support, okay, for them being on the road whenever they get depressed or argument or whatever, or misunderstanding between them and their families, how to handle those things. And of course, given the way some of them grew up, they wanted to make money. I want to make money too. I would feel the same way. But it feels like to me the reason why he was showing me these things, how easily you can fall into, and of course, people want to party with you. They see you down or something, they will offer you something. Okay, drugs, that is. Okay, and you're like, oh, I'll try it once, and then you find yourself over your head. That's the way I got it from him. And he grew up, this I read as well. He grew up in a religious family. His father was a preacher and stuff like that, and he used to sing in the church. That I read. I just want to separate what I get from what I have read, I know of him. And Rebecca Gilberto says, I love red bean and rice. Me too. I can't eat as much anymore, as much of that stuff anymore, but I miss it. In any event, he was showing me the bowl of beans, and he was trying to explain to me, because he was not proud. He did drugs, he wasn't proud of it. But the main reason why it feels like to me when he came to mind this morning and I was thinking about it, is his wife did not abuse him. They had, I mean, like in any relationship, but the drugs, that was the other reason why as well. And we are all predisposed, not all, but some of us are predisposed to come down with certain diseases, diabetes, other stuff. So if you don't take care of yourself, and a lot of us don't know, okay? We suffer from type 2 diabetes, you don't know until we go to our physical or something. And those guys are too busy, So medications and stuff like that. And it seemed like to me he had blood pressure as well. I mean, the reason why I mentioned I saw him performing at that center in White Plains is because I was surprised he gained so much weight. And I did not like when I saw that video. I didn't like the way he looked. And this morning it made sense. But the main reason why I feel I was getting him is because he feels like they blame his wife. The relationship was not perfect. They had their fights, and it feels like there was mentally, the way I was getting him, you guys can tell me that there was a lot of, his mind, he was confused. He was not in the right mind. And as we know, when we are going to go, nothing can save us. Stupid things will happen to us that will lead to our demise, whether we like it or not, or people around us. But what he made me feel like is his wife didn't cause his death. That's the way it was supposed to happen, nor did she abuse him. They fought. And also his last days, he didn't feel very well. And the other thing is, like I said, these things, drugs, there are certain side effects, okay, that we may not be aware. How it affects different people. That's the way it was. I was getting it from him, okay. Getting over narcotics and taking medical prescriptions, it seems like had an effect on him as well, mentally and physical. Okay, so, but the message is his wife didn't kill him. She loved him. She didn't. I remember she said that because I was so sad when I heard he passed. But the way he's making me feel like she did not do some of the stuff that they said she did. They had their ups and downs, but she did not cause his death. She's being honest about that. That was basically why I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning and seeing Denis Edwards. Yes, I'm a fan of all those people, but I think that's why. But he said, in some ways he was lucky. He had fun with the guys, and of course, ups and downs, But something? I was reading about that, but this guy is a little dictator, Otis. But again, it's because he doesn't know. These guys did not go to managerial schools. They did not go to college I'm not saying, I'm not saying that in a negative way. But you grow up, and there is an opportunity to make millions. There's no time to go and learn how to manage a band. Okay, the owner of Motown, I can't think of his name right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about. They should have they've done the best they could. Okay, but there are certain things they weren't prepared for. They've done very well. But he's saying no regrets, and he doesn't blame anyone for what happened. And there's something I believe in. It's like everything that happened in our lives, we are being set up for the next level, whether it's good or bad. So the same thing for him. But basically the reason why I got him, I just repeat this one more time. His wife did not cause his death. That's what I get from him. Okay. Sorry about, I hope I didn't make that too long. Oh, okay, I didn't know. I heard he had two or three daughters. I know he has 5 kids, right? Andrea McDonald says important that his daughter knows it wasn't her mother's fault. No, it was that at all. Hope someone he knows. Okay, I don't know. But I this morning 4:30 woke up and I'm like, oh God. Because I've been thinking, and also please let me know, guys, if you might mind I do these things. I'm going to incorporate. I love these people anyway, you know. So I'm going to talk to about different, whenever they come to me, just like this one came to me, Tupac came to me, and others. That's how I am going to do it. I'm not going to do it every day, but whenever they come to me, I will post what I get. So please let me guys know how you feel about that. Cosmic Valentine says, Sandra Peterson, I just looked on Wikipedia, and it says he died, yes, in 2018, so he would have been 75. Exactly. They said he passed around 74, 75. I think only, oh my God. What a loss. He would have been 81. You know, the OJs. Okay, okay, that's one person I want. He was showing this to me. I'm glad. There's always a reason for everything. I was going to say goodbye, but something held me, and I read McDonald's thing. Somebody posted something yesterday about Levert, the father. Okay. I don't feel he's going anywhere. Yes, he needs our prayer. He's about 80 or 81 now. I feel like saying he has some back issues and hip. It feels like to me he has hip and back issues. But I feel like saying we're going to have him for a while. I was so happy that I saw a video of him singing some of the old songs from the OJs. He still sounded amazing. But, you know, when we're getting old, and I mean, not too long ago, my back hurt. I made the wrong move, and also from an exercise I was trying to do to alleviate my SI, you know, discomfort from my SI joints. I made it worse. But let me tell you guys, those things are painful if you don't have it. So I can see why he was walking hunched over, but I feel that's what's wrong with him. Yes, he had COVID, but it feels like to me he's doing a lot better now. That's what I feel intuitively, but I thought I would mention it. Somebody said he may be dying. I doubt it. I don't think he's dying. No, we're going to have him for a little longer. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Yes, somebody mentioned Denis Edwards. Yes, he almost married. Oh, my God. You guys know who I'm talking about. I just read her name. She passed a couple of years ago. He went and married Ruth Pointers. They had a daughter, and then he has, I don't know what order he had, but he has about 5 kids. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video. Let me turn this on. My information is scrolling at the top of the screen. Call me, text me if you would like to talk to me this afternoon or tomorrow. Feel free to call me this afternoon or tomorrow. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. Yes, Sandra Peterson, the OJ's Love Train. Oh my God. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. You're very welcome, Charlie S. Shirley S. Mercy Milou. Yes, you're welcome. Oh, I love the OJs. Oh my God, those were the days, the disco days. And please give me a thumbs up, friends. That would help me a lot. So if you want to talk to me, just call me or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time. You know, we can talk. Okay, friends, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, so members, I will see you tomorrow, same time. And the rest of you, the same time as well. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Till then, bye.